Hi there, it's Garth from Predatororpreyonline. Thanks for joining me and coming back and humouring me. Today, this is a quick video of what happened when I was kind of doing a general health check of the Dynastes satanas. So the larvae I had, 12th of November, so just, kind of over 3 weeks ago. Now, I'm sitting here in the spider room watching this and recording it, doing a voiceover. It's kind of weird for me, but we'll see how it goes. So this substrate is a mixture of fermented flake soil and oak leaves and white rotten wood. There you can see the first larva, and they were started at early L2 stages when I got them, and I can tell just by pulling them out that this bigger already. So this one is actually the number 3, so the number 3 one there looks really nice and healthy. All the spiracles are nice and clear. There's also no black spots, looking really good there. As I was saying, so the substrate, right, I got from shinybeetles.com with thanks to Chris there. Excellent stuff. This now is 13.59 grams. So looking back at my records here, it was 10.37 on the 12th of November. So that's just over 3 grams in about 3 weeks, which is absolutely awesome. Now, obviously, the most important thing with rhino beetles is the substrate itself, so I want to save as much as I possibly can. You can reuse the substrate as long as it's good. There doesn't look to be any, well, there are some kind of fecal pellets there, but not too many, not getting over the top there. And I'll just pop the first one back. So the tubs that they're in, just to let you know, they're 2.7 litre tubs. So there's quite a lot of substrate in there for them, and that should do them until they're L3, when they'll be housed in anything up to 6 litre tubs. Here we are. Scrape as much as I possibly can off. There are a few flies with it. I've taped the outside of the ventilation holes with like a micro pore, so it limits as flies going in and out. But there are some that can always get in there, and when you've got damp substrate, you always get phorid flies. They're a pain in the backside, but it's something that you just deal with. Give it a quick spray and pop the lid back on. Now these have got clasps on them because as the beetles get bigger, they'll be able to pop lids. So this is number 1, as you can see. So it's 8.88 grams when I weighed it on the 12th. And we'll just have a quick look to make sure it's nice and healthy. So where are we here? Sometimes you have to really burrow, dig for them. There he is, just fell out there. Again, a really nice, clean, fresh looking beetle grub. Really happy with these. I gotta be honest, I've got my fingers crossed that I'll be able to actually get them all the way through to maturity. Satanas are one of my favourite rhino beetles, definitely. So it's 9.80. 9.80. It was 8.88 last time, so just over a gram in 3 weeks. A lot less than the other one, but number 3, I was thinking it was a male, and I was hoping that number 2 and number 1 would be females. Now males will grow faster and will be a lot heavier as larvae than the females, so I'm hoping that this is still an indication on sex and gender. And when you're popping them back there, obviously you cover them straight away with the substrate, but you want to pack it down, but obviously not too tight, so you don't want to injure or crush the larvae underneath. Number 2, so number 2 was 7.75 grams on the 12th of November. And we'll just have a quick look, sift through the substrate, get that out of the way. No, nothing yet. And then you can see, look at that, you can see how tight they get themselves in there with a compressed substrate. There's really hardly any room for them at all. They're just literally eating their way through it. So let's pop it on the scales. It says 9.95 grams. It was 7.75 grams. So over 2 grams. It's a good bit of weight there for the short time that it has been. I like to poke a little hole, and then you can plop your larvae back into that little hole there, and it gives them the opportunity then to actually burrow down. Look at that one's obviously, they don't like the light, so it's obviously just trying to get itself down underneath the sub already. And I'll just pop it back on there. Thanks. So like, comment, subscribe, keep coming back to the channel if you like what I do, and everyone stay safe. Cheers now, take care.